ever heard that saying, life is meant to be lived in joy and peace, and any other form of living life is missing the point of being born human? Ouch, right? Now, the first time I heard that, I was like, wow, that's really big and nice. And I'm not living that. So am I missing the point of being born human? Like, what the heck? That's kind of a bit smackety smack. And what was really cool is it made me curious. I was like, yeah. So I live that now. I can say without lying, without doubting, without even judging myself saying it, that I live that. I know what endless peace is. It's internal. It's inside of you. It's the experience you have when you're present, when you recognize that you're not your thoughts and you actually step back from them and become the witness to them. There's a subjective experiencing that's happening. And then you recognize the thoughts are objective, which means if you can look at the thoughts, if you can notice the thoughts, if you can count those thoughts, it's not you. So you've now stepped back objectively, and the subjective you is witnessing that. So then what happens is that you recognize this calm, because there's no kind of like pulling or pushing that's happening because you're thinking about things. And a lot of the thoughts are based in time. So then there's this kind of frenzy. I've got time. I've got to do things. I've got things on my list. I've got to, tick all the boxes, or else I'm wasted today. And so that creates the anxiety and the feeling of being overwhelmed. And there's no peace in that. So it's not about walking into the forest and feeling at peace. We can all do that. But to actually live in peace means to actually see that you're not your thoughts. And then when you know that you're not your thoughts and you're not actually caught up in them, there's this peaceful, eternal experiencing which is happening now. So that's peace. Tick. Peace, joy, love. Is that what I said? Joy is naturally in us. It might not be an explosion of joy, or I'm being joyful and loud and laughing a lot. It might not be that. But there definitely is an experience when you let go of the judgment, the idea that there's something wrong. What else could be happening? Something wrong with me, something wrong with you. When all these ideas are just let go of, then there's this calm feeling and this knowingness that everything's in its perfect place. Everything's good. Everything's okay. But in a capital O for okay, and a capital P for perfection, right? Like it is, and it's fine. And it's not good or bad, it just is. And so then this joy emanates from that, because there's no judgment. There's nothing wrong. So there's a contentment and a joy for just experiencing life as it is right now. And so a lot of Ishayas, because my meditation practice is the Ishayas of the Brightpath. A lot of Ishayas are extremely joyful because we're not pushed down by the heaviness of thinking. We're light, happy, joyful, and entertaining each other, entertaining ourselves, because we're just in awe of this moment, because we're not judging it. And then this love comes from there too, this connection, because I'm not judging you, I'm not judging me. There's this, which would put a barrier between a connection, right? So if that's not there, the connection simply is. So I can love everyone. Now, I never could say that before. 25 years ago, before doing this practice, who did I love? Probably 10 people. The rest I tolerated. And then the rest of that were just idiots. I did not like humanity. And I definitely didn't like how people talked to each other, how they acted. A lot of people didn't deserve my attention or my love. So I just didn't love you. You had to prove yourself. And then I was still cautious, because in case you're going to leave me or let me down, betray me, And so that's all very conditional, isn't it? You prove yourself to me and then I can give to you. And that works, for a lot of people, but it's definitely not unconditional love. The only way unconditional love can work is when it comes from within. And when you aren't putting expectations on other people or ownership onto other people, you're actually just loving them. And I can love everyone by just acknowledging that they are. They are who they are. And they're in my life in this moment because they are. And it's great. And if it's not, I'll tell you, but not from a, way, but it's more like a loving honesty, a purity, a unfiltered relationship in this moment. That means that without a past or a future, there just is. And in that just isness, there's this desire to love. And I think that's remarkable because it allows humanity to come together. It allows us to actually meet each other where we're at and be honest, but coming from a platform of expecting good or loving, then there's nothing wrong. Now, even if your companion, your family, your friends, the neighbor is being a weirdo or got problems going on or whatever, it's more of a taking a step back and realizing they're on their path and they need to learn. So I can love you. I don't have to be involved in it. I don't have to agree with it, but I can love you for the journey you're on and wish you well, right? So that's different than just going, meh. It's different to actually hold the hand out and just be there. I love that. I really love that I have learned this in my life. I really love that I teach this. I feel honored that I teach this, very, very privileged, because I find a lot of people have a difficulty with relationships because that's what comes up a lot, and don't know how to understand each other. So the judgments can be very quick, and then the pushing away, well, I'm not going to have anything to do with you. And you don't want to be like that. You can set boundaries, but you can still set the boundaries with love. Enjoy your life. Learn, evolve. And if you want to know more, ask.